Hello, 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 Taurus friends. How are you? My name is Alyssa. This is my channel of New Direction. This is a Taurus reading for the month of May. Couple housekeeping things. Everybody's home, so if we get interrupted, I do apologize. I cuss a little bit every now and then, so if that's an issue for you, that is your warning. I think that's it. So let's get right into this. I've already pulled all the oracle cards out just to try to save a little bit of time. And so the oracle, the cards I started with were the energy oracle, and this was just for the overall theme for the month. And the two cards that were pulled were the Healer of the Ages and Appreciation. Here we go. Healer of the Ages and Appreciation. This Healer of the Ages is going to be, depending what your religious background is, this is going to be different for some of us, okay? Our religious background does not need to be the same for us to be able to support each other on a spiritual journey. And I think that's very important to acknowledge before we even get into this. But I am a believer, okay? So the Healer of Ages to me is often like he's the Lord, okay? That is my divine through all of this. What your divine is, what your higher power is, that is up to you, but this is who this is referring to, okay? This is referring to your divine. And when these two energies come out, the appreciation here, look at here. She's standing in this garden of thorns, right? And she's holding on to this little thorn here. And you can see actually, like, in a garden of roses, you do need to be, oh, I went and knocked that. It drives me nuts when it's like crooked. And I don't actually, you know what I really need to do is just order a phone stand or something off of, I don't know, Amazon or something, who knows. Something though, because stacking it on books and bracing it with beer cans on the back doesn't always necessarily work. Okay, this appreciation though is what I was showing you. Here she's got this flower and she's standing within all of these, you know, thorns. Here, the sunshine is coming in. Appreciation is about being able to stand in a garden of thorns and still appreciate the one rose that you are given. Okay, still being able to see the beauty, still being able to appreciate what has been given to you. Okay, that is a huge part of this. And as your overall energies, you know, as an overall theme to this month, this is talking about the things in your life, you know, that you need to be appreciative to the higher for, okay? That is, being thankful, I think sometimes is very much overlooked. You know, it is. You know, we always hashtag blessed or hashtag thankful, right? But how many times in a day do you actually stop and take the time to acknowledge that thanks, to acknowledge what you have been given from the higher, okay? The underlying to that deck behind that was the thinking woman, and actually the goddess of the moon was behind that. Now, this here, like, see the stairway here? This woman here, this is talking about ascending the stairway into a more intuitive kind of deeper being. It's talking about ascending the stairway into this goddess of the moon, okay? The goddess in the moon is kind of like a high priestess card. Okay, she's got the moon here, and she, you know, she looks like she is kind of like connected to it, but she understands, the goddess of the moon understands that even in the shadows of the moonlight, spirit is working, you know. She understands that there is so much magic and power within, you know, within the moonlight, within spirits, within the realms that we don't necessarily always see, okay? And this thinking woman, when this is the underlying, you know, it is talking about, as an underlying to the overall theme of the month, it is talking about growing that intuition, you know, ascending those stairs into a higher knowledge, into higher understanding on a spiritual level, you know, like this isn't just your everyday regular knowledge, okay? This is knowledge that links itself directly to your intuition, links itself directly to your spiritual religious kind of background here, okay? Now, so as overall energies, you know, you are being asked you are being asked to, you know, open yourself up to that deeper kind of understanding, you know, to that new way of learning, okay, to those new lessons, right? Right? You are being called to ascend the stairway. Okay, the bobcat. This was the first one out in the spirit animal I did that again, spirit animal oracle. The bobcat. Life is a mystery. The wolf. Turn knowledge into wisdom. And the coyote. Trust the divine detour. The bobcat. Life is a mystery. Okay? This is talking about life is a mystery, and there are many parts to life that you will not be able to solve in black or white. Okay? There's just many parts to it that aren't going to logically line up to, you know, some sort of papered agenda, right? By trusting that life is a mystery, you are allowing spirit, the room, to be able to grow, to be able to co-create with you. Okay? When you trust that life is a mystery, you are able to sit back and kind of, you know, see the world as a whole. You're able to kind of see through the veil, you know, see through just that, you know, obvious kind of world in front of you and see beyond. Okay? When you trust in the magic, you allow, as you trust in the magic, you know, your eyesight changes to embrace that kind of magical idea, you know, to embrace to embrace that magic, to embrace the mystery, okay? The wolf is behind it, and the wolf, like, that is a very knowledgeable kind of omen as far as an animal goes, right? This is a very, very wise omen. And the wolf is, okay? The wolf spirit is about turning all that you have learned in life into wisdom. Okay, when the wolf spirit appears, it tells you that you are on this path for a purpose, for a reason. You are on the direct path that you need to be. Okay, the wolf spirit is saying that. When this guy shows up in a reading, it's saying keep going. You're where you're supposed to be. You're on track. Okay, the coyote spirit, trust in the divine detour. Coyotes can be a little shifty at times, okay? And the coyote spirit is just asking you to allow spirit, and maybe not necessarily, but to allow life and the detours of life to take place, okay? Without you holding tightly to this is how it has to go and this is how it has to be. You know, when you allow coyote spirit, by trusting coyote spirit and just trusting in the divine detours, it's the understanding that things aren't always going to go the way you want. Sometimes there is a little, you know, there's a sharp left hand turn because you haven't learned the lesson yet that you know, fully needed to learn. Maybe you've avoided that lesson, you know, and now you've kind of looped back around and you're back into that lesson again because, you know, it's an important part to this puzzle, okay? Trust the divine detours. Even when shit gets like thrown way out in left field and you're like, what the fuck is actually going on? Trust in the divine detours. Sit back, open your eyes, expand your vision. See, okay, what is it that I'm missing? You know, spirit, guide me. Show me what I'm missing here. You know, if there's a piece of this that you are not appreciating, if there's something in this, you know, that you are overlooking and not taking the time to actually understand that part brings you a lot of wisdom and knowledge, you know, then you need to start there. Okay, you need to start there. Your angel cards that you pulled, go outside, get some fresh air, and connect with nature to relieve stress and gain new creative ideas. And compassion, soften your heart with respect to this situation and all the people involved, including yourself. Oh, well, that's very important. Going outside, I understand, you know, it's not actually possible for all of us right now to be able to go outside and get that fresh air, but it is saying that, you know, do make that time. Even if you can only do it every couple days or something like that, make that time. Make that time to get outside, make that time to connect, okay? You need to ground. You're a Taurus. Like you're an earth sign, okay? You are a grounded person. If you are feeling like you are off track, it's probably because you need to get your ass outside into nature and just sit with it for a while and ground yourself into it, okay? At the bottom of that spirit animal oracle deck was the cow spirit. And I just want to point this out because I love this cow spirit. She reminds me a lot of a cow that I once knew named Yesterday. She was a very lovely, sweet soul. And Yesterday would have believed in miracles too. Anyway, this cow spirit, who I'm going to call Yesterday, she says the miracles are endless. And they are. When the cow spirit appears, that is saying that there's a lot of good things here to feed your soul. Okay, trust it. Trust that happy cow. And the horse spirit behind it, that's crazy. Those are my two favorite animals right there. Horse and cow. Okay, so we are going to, pull from the light seers here. And I'm just going to pull 3 questions. So the first one that we are going to look at is, what do you need to know about this situation for your highest intentions? Okay, what do you need to know in order to serve your highest intention here with this situation this month? Okay. This is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising Spirit. What does Taurus need to know about this situation? What does Taurus need to know about this situation for their highest intentions? What does Taurus need to know about this situation, Spirit? Okay. What action does Taurus need to take? What actions do the Taurus need to take in order to move themselves towards this? Okay. And what may be evolving in the Taurus life? Okay. That's insane. So I wanted, I just did the Aquarius reading too. You're only number 2 for doing this. No, not quite the same. I thought I just got the same amount of cards as I did for the Aquarius reading. And I was like, oh, that never happens. Okay, so on the bottom of this deck, guys, was the Page of Wands. Okay, this is talking about your underlying. The Page of Wands is the beginning of the court cards, and your wands are your spiritual being. Okay, they are, when it comes to suits, the wands, the suit of the wands is talking about that spiritual being inside of you. Okay, and this girl is on fire with who she is. See here? See this circle here? See this wand up here? This is, that's a staff of her life. That is knowledge that she has inquired and, you know, and grown, you know, over time through her life. Okay. And the Page of Wands is excited. Okay. She is in the beginning of that stages, and she is excited and on fire, creative, passionate about what is to come. Okay. She sees like there's that circle, right? Because she sees it all as a whole. She understands that there was a part and a piece to all of it. It all played a piece. But as a whole, it has brought her to this new understanding. That's brought her to this place. And she's passionate, on fire, and excited to be there. Right? Okay, so what do you need to learn about this, or what do you need to know about this situation, you know, so that you can go forward in your highest intention? First one was the King of Cups. Okay, be solid. Take the time. See this guy sitting here? It's a singing bowl. He's sitting in the water. Okay. King of Cups is a spiritually grounded, solid person. Okay. He's intuitive. He's peaceful. He, you know, meditates, right? He takes the time to connect with spirit. He takes the time to connect. And the Hermit was after that. He takes the time to put himself in this place. He understands that this place here, this hermit stage, is extremely important. And it's important because this here is where you get the ideas to go forward. This here is where you sit with spirit, you make your plan, and you go forward, okay? We need to check into this hermit spot more often than not. We need to find the peace so that we can block out the noise, so that we can block out what the world is saying, so that we can block out, whatever else is going around us, and so that we can sit with our soul and our divine and be like, okay, and I need a direction to go, okay? Taking that time to sit with spirit, taking that time to align yourself and truly know where it is you are being called to go next, that's important. The Eight of Swords was after that hermit. When you take the time to sit with spirit, to find what it is that you or where it is, I guess, maybe, in which direction that you are going, okay? The Eight of Swords, like, she's trapped, right? She feels trapped. She's looking here at her reflection, and her reflection is trapped. She's not trapped, but her reflection is certainly trapped, okay? The Eight of Swords is about feeling trapped. It's about feeling stuck in a situation, bound to things that do not serve you, that are not for your purpose, that are, hurting you, making you feel unworthy, right? Like garbage, okay? That's what the Eight of Swords is. That's garbage. Garbage traps us. Behind that Eight of Swords was the Five of Pentacles, okay? And the Five of Pentacles, this is talking about 3D, real, felt pain, despair, sadness, heartache, okay? She's sitting out here, and Pentacles, Pentacles can be about our money. This can be talking about feeling broke as fuck. Seriously, broke as shit, sitting outside. Life sucks, okay? But see here, dark all around, okay? It looks like nighttime in this picture. But the moonlight here, the moonlight is shining on this key. Spirit is still shining on the key. And even when you have been feeling like you have been sitting in this Five of Pentacles state and you have been left out in the cold, and you've felt despair, you've felt lonely, okay? That moonlight there is Spirit saying, but you've never been alone. You've never been alone. Even through the hard times, even through the low times, I was always there. Spirit was always there, okay? When you sit as a King of Cups in this hermit stage, when you sit, when you are solid, like emotionally solid, like this fella here, okay? Faithful, okay? A servant to your higher power. Somebody who understands that there is a greater purpose than just their small, this is my purpose, but a King of Cups understands that their little purpose in the grand scheme of purposes is just, it's just a contributing factor, okay? But the King of Cups also understands that in order to constantly be this King of Cups and to constantly be grounded, he needs to take this time with just himself and spirit, okay? He walks this path all on his own. This is not a path that anybody else can walk with you, okay? This is your path to your spot where you sit with your spirit, your divine, and you come up with your plan, okay? Here, in this stage right here, this is where you will find the answers to free yourself. This is where you're going to find the next step to pick yourself up and to move forward. The Six of Swords, okay? That is at the end of it. This is where, when you take that time to sit with spirit and you take that time to reflect who it is that is truly burning that light deep down inside of you, what your soul purpose is, you will be able to untie yourselves from the strings that are holding you in place. You will be able to pick yourself up off this cold, sad little floor, okay? Stick yourself in a boat and start moving forward. And the Six of Swords, it's passages, okay? It is. It's not always tough. It's not always easy passages. Sometimes the passages from a hard stage into a new stage, they are tough ones to go through, okay? Sometimes those lessons within that passageway, that was part of it, okay? Sometimes those lessons can almost be harder than, what we've had to leave behind. But that doesn't mean they're any less important. And it doesn't mean that journey is not serving us. It doesn't mean that what we've learned in that journey, we needed that. It's understanding that, okay? When you can embrace, that solid need for a spiritual connection, a solid need to sit and just reflect with you in spirit, so that you can untie yourself, so that you can feel worthy, so that you can move forward from here, okay? As far as what you need to know for working towards your highest intentions, right? It's about a pure heart. It's about understanding that there are tough parts in life, but as this solid King of Cups, when you connect with just you and spirit, your good intentions and the things that you are being asked to do, the direction in which you are being asked to go, it will be illuminated. Trust me. Okay, what action are you being asked to take? Well, the first one out here was a Chariot. Guys, movement, right? We're talking movement. This sad little boat, right, in which you're doing your passage thing from, it just leveled up, okay? It went from little crows, sad crows pulling you to, your white and dark horse here, and you're this crazy little Aladdin on the top, okay? With all this color and all this inspiration. And the Chariot is moving forward. It's taking the reins of your life and understanding that you have the power to direct it in which direction you want to go. Okay? It's knowing that you need the good and you need the bad in your life. You need to have both. You can harness both. You can harness those things in your life and you can drive forward. Okay? The High Priestess was right behind that. And this the High Priestess is all about the veil. To be able to see between, that goddess in the moon, actually, right? To be able to see past the veil of just this 3D world. To be able to understand that there was reasons, okay? There's reasons, there's lessons, you have the bobcat here, and I'm seeing life as a mystery, right? And the High Priestess is, there is that mysterious kind of, way about her. But look here. She's got the dark and she's got the light, because the High Priestess understands, she understands that there's no way in life around having both. Okay? And this is her veil. This is her connection, her intuitive connection to the divine. Because she straight up has it. Okay? You are moving forward and you're being asked, the actions you are being asked to call and asked to embrace. Harness and hold those reins. Okay? Take your carriage, take your chariot, and start rolling in the direction that your soul is being guided to follow. Okay? Not even called, not even guided. What are you feeling guided to? And if you don't know what the frick you're feeling guided to, go right back up to this hermit. Sit here. Because I'm telling you, this is where you're going to find this guidance. This hermit stage is where you block out the noise and you sit with just yourself and spirit. And I also want to point out, when I was doing the angel cards, on the bottom of the angel card was creative writing. And creative writing is extremely important. And I'm going to just take this second here to tell you why. When you creatively write and you journal down, and you journal down the things that you are overcoming. Okay? You have a tough day, you write it all down, you put your feelings in on how shitty you feel and how you're going to change that and stuff, and you put that in paper. Okay? You do. You put it in paper, you journaled it out. Sweet, solid. You just put it in 3D. You just claimed the power of getting it out of your head and out of your heart, and you put it on paper and you solidified that. You said, look, this is the way it's going to go. I have talked this out. I have put it on paper. Now it is real. Okay? You can crumble up the paper and burn it for all I care. But it is out. You've mastered it. You've taken the time to pull the reins on it. And when you do that again and again and again, the days that you get off and the days that you get sidetracked, you can go back and refocus and be like, oh yeah, okay, this is the way I was going. Okay? So, on the actions that you needed to take, you had the Chariot. Taking your reins, guiding your chariot down the way that you want to go. The way that you want to go, you find that answer out through your High Priestess, right? The Seven of Pentacles was behind that High Priestess. And the Seven of Pentacles is talking about the seeds that you have planted here. Look here. From his hand, see here? How Spirit is literally just going through his hands, and together they are co-creating this beautiful little tree. Okay? This, whatever this is. These pentacles, these are talking about the pentacles in our lives that you have sown. The pentacles in your life that you have worked hard to put in the ground. Worked hard to plant. Worked hard to, nurture them. It's not saying that those pentacles are done growing. It's not saying that they have run their course. It's just acknowledging the fact that you have put in the work. But it's also asking you, is there another way to go about putting in that work? Okay, maybe things have worked very well up until one certain point. Up until this point, you've been going at it, this way. And it's worked. It's done really well. But within your changing, within your dynamics, within your growing as a person, maybe this way doesn't necessarily suit where you are right now as a person. So maybe you need to try doing it this way. Okay, and the Seven of Pentacles is saying you can still grow. Okay, there's still growth to be had here. Just because you've done it one way does not mean that you cannot try it another way. Okay? Continue to grow. Have the faith that you have the ability to constantly recreate yourself, to constantly grow, to constantly evolve, into a new, bigger, better, more powerful co-creating machine. Okay? The Three of Swords was behind that Seven of Pentacles. The Three of Swords is talking about heartbreak, guys. And we have to acknowledge that heartbreak, it's part of life. There are some shitty ass situations in this life. This can be talking about romance. This can be talking just about hard times in life. Okay? But look, there's all these heartstrings. I mean, she's tied. Okay? She's bound and tied here. Well, her arms aren't tied, but it's wrapped tightly around her chest. So we have sympathy for her. I have sympathy, But see here. See how some of these strings, they attach to things beyond the picture. And I think sometimes we attach ourselves to pain outside of our pictures. Pains that we have allowed to happen, pains that we have allowed to, kind of take control of our lives, right? There's pains, there's things that have happened within all of our lives that sometimes I think we allow a heartstring to stay connected to, okay? The Knight of Cups was behind that, and that's a new situation coming in. And if this is talking, if this is talking about love to you, if this is talking about heartbreak and love, the Knight of Cups coming in behind could be talking about a new love coming in. He looks handsome. Okay? But it doesn't necessarily need to be new love. It's a new opportunity. It's a new situation. It's a cup that is coming towards you and that's being offered to you. As a new way, as a new gift, as something to go forward with from here. Okay? Maybe it's just a compliment from a friend. Maybe it's, a nice message from somebody. Okay? Maybe it's a snack or a picnic or something. Okay? Be open and accepting of the gifts that Spirit has to offer you. Okay, so as far as actions that you can take to stay on this kind of path to higher intentions, within this situation, be intuitive. Okay, connect to that High Priestess within you. Write out your journals. Take the time to actually put stuff in paper. Take the time to grow yourself spiritually, right? If you wanted to get in shape, you're not just going to go to the gym, once a week and be like, oh, well, I pumped some iron today. I must be feeling good. No, your spiritual journey is the same. Okay. You just can't show up one day and be like, what are you talking about? I'm as strong as an ox. No. If you don't put in the work every day to show up for yourself spiritually, okay, you're not going to be as strong as you need to be on the days that you really need to be fucking strong. Okay? spiritual growth, that is a relationship between you and whoever that higher power is. And when you take the time, when you commit yourself to growing that relationship, that is where you are going to start feeling power. That is where you are going to start really seeing your higher intentions being put to, being put to use. Being, actually appreciated and loved in return. Okay? Now, where could this evolve if you continue on this path of working towards your higher good? Well, the magician, right? And we kind of already know that. Like, the magician is talking about having all the power within your hands. Look here, right? See here? See all this power shooting out here? Okay? The magician is that kind of a strong being. We have all been given power to create whatever the heck we want in our lives. We have. We have all been given an infinite amount of power to be able to manifest and create lives, to be able to move forward, to be able to endure hard times, forgive, move on, rebuild, start again. Okay? Those things were given to us all as humans. Now, as a magician, there's two sides to a magician. A magician can welcome that power and be like, wow, look at all that I can do. Look at the positive things that I can influence in this life. Look at how I can positively influence my own life. Look at how I can positively influence others' lives. Look at the things that I can create. Okay? That's one side of the magician. The other side of the magician is very manipulative. Okay? Understanding that you have the power that you can kind of warp things, people, places, situations, to best serve you. And that's not okay. That's never okay. Being manipulative to anybody on any level, on any day, is never okay. I'll just put that out there. But that's not what this magician is talking about. I wanted to point it out because I don't want you to, be manipulative and then come back and be like, well, Spirit said I could be manipulative. No. Spirit said that you could use your powers, to help people, not to manipulate people into what you want. Okay, so when this comes out as what you are, or what could, evolve, you embracing how fucking amazingly kick-assly powerful you are, that's step one. When you can embrace that magician power, when you understand that within you is the power to manifest, create, love, do whatever you want to do, okay? That power is within you. With Spirit, you have that power. You begin right away to feel this kind of completion, okay? The Eight of Wands, that's sparks. Like, that's sparks happening. That's change, And wands are that spiritual change, okay? That's like, this is fireworks coming inside of you, like going off inside of you. Sparklers, when you touch sparklers together at a fire and they all ignite, okay? That's happening within you. Of course, it's going to bring the Four of Wands, right? When you embrace that power that we are all individually given, when you start opening yourself up to the, when you start opening yourself up so that the universe and Spirit can work through you, to better the world and to help mankind, okay? You feel that excitement within you. You cannot be working for Spirit and not feel that excitement within inside of you. You can't. It's impossible. You cannot be, it's too hard. It's too hard. When you align yourself with Spirit, when you align yourself, with the good, positive intentions that you can go out and create in this life, those sparks are just going to fly. Okay? This is also talking, though, the Eight of Wands is talking about, like, here now. Okay? Kind of quick change. Okay? This could be a very big month for you, Taurus. Okay? There could be a lot of exciting energies rolling around here, and you're just like, there's a lot! I'm excited! Yeah. Excited. Four of Wands. Okay? This is excitement. This can be actually, like, this can be talking about engagements, weddings, parties. A place where people are just excited to be where they are. And then the Queen of Pentacles was behind that. And like, so grounded, okay? You are like, your feminine, your divine feminine is a Queen of Pentacles. Okay, you guys are a pentacle sign. Tauruses are a pentacle sign. The Queen of Pentacles is somebody who just sits, and look at, her eyes are closed. She's got her blue eyeshadow on because she's intuitive, very intuitive, okay? And she's sitting here. She's grounded. She knows that, you know, this massive pentacle that she holds in her lap, she doesn't have to hold it tightly because she knows that that pentacle is hers. She knows that even if she gives that pentacle out, another pentacle will be in her lap right away because she knows that through her, spirit works, okay? She knows that through her and through her connection with spirit, she is constantly manifesting. Not only for her, but for those that she nurtures, for those that she grows, for the things in her life that she is mothering and bringing life to, okay? What a message. All right. I'm going to pull some unknown factors here. Unknown factors. What would be some unknown factors that might be at play this month for the Taurus, month of May? Unknown factors for Taurus during this month of May. What are some unknown factors at play here for Taurus spirit? Unknown factors. Thank you. Searching for the cards. Hold on, wait. That's cool though. A lot of repeat energies. Okay. Okay. Bottom of the deck for this new one. Page of Wands. Page of Wands. You had the Page of Wands at both of your bottoms of your decks. That's pretty impressive. Okay? But actually, behind this Page of Wands, you also have the Knight of Wands. Okay? Guys, that is talking about just coming into who you are. Embracing spiritually who you are. And understanding that you are merely a spirit living a 3D world, like living a 3D life. Okay? We are merely spiritual beings here, living our 3D lives. So, the unknown, oh geez, here. The two unknown factors that were coming out, you know, this month was the Seven of Pentacles again and the Eight of Swords again. Oh, I was going to say, did they come out honestly the same way? But they didn't. They're actually on my table here. The Eight of Swords is here and the Seven of Pentacles is laying right behind it. Okay, so Seven of Pentacles, again, talking about, you know, those seeds and those pentacles that you have planted in your life. And understanding that, you know, they're not just because they have been planted, it doesn't mean that they, you know, that you're done. Okay, it's still talking, the work is not over. Okay, yes, you have put in a lot of work to plant those pentacles, but the work is not over. You are not done here yet. Okay, you are also not trapped. And that is what the Eight of Swords is talking about again. It's talking about this poor little butterfly, you know, afraid to spread its wings. Afraid it's going to dash its poor little wings on these swords. Okay? Are you the one holding swords up to your own little butterfly? Because if that's you, then knock it off, right? You cannot be putting yourself in trap situations. And that is something I must also clarify. You are the only one who can put yourself in a situation in which you are trapped. We all have the power of free will. We all have the power to be able to walk away, to be able to say, nope, no more. That is not for me. That is not how this will be. That is not the way my story is to be written. Okay? When you embrace your Daughter of Wands, when you embrace your Son of Wands, when you embrace who you truly are, authentically, as a whole human being, okay? You remove yourself from the situations in which you are trapped. Because when you truly embrace who you are, you cannot be in situations that do not serve you. Because those two are not going to line up, okay? When you truly are, I'm here to serve my authentic purpose. I am here to be my spiritual being. I am here to be everything that I was gifted to be. I'm going to work hard. I'm going to show up. I'm going to be here because this is the person I want to be. When you choose to be this person, you cannot be stuck in a trapped phase because those two together do not line up on any sort of level the same, okay? A person who embraces their Knight of Wands, their spiritual being side, a person who is passionately on fire, right, about who they are as a person. You know, you cannot be sticking yourself in situations in which they do not serve you. Because if you're going to talk the talk, you got to walk the walk, right? You can't talk about being this on fire, authentic, soul burning human. I say soul burning, but I don't mean like bad soul burning. I mean like your soul's on fire for life, okay? You can't be that on fire kind of for life person and still trap yourself in situations where they're dimming out your fire, okay? You gotta walk the talk. Walk the talk. For a fire. Oh my goodness, yes. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. For your guidance. The Magician. Oh my gosh, the Magician on the bottom. Guys, you have the power. Okay? Whatever you are wanting to change here, I'm telling you, Spirit is like, can you just make up your mind? Can you just embrace this power? You need to embrace this power, kid. We want to go forward here, okay? Embrace the power. The Four of Wands again, okay? Completion, happiness, excitement, cycles. That hard cycles that have come and that you're happy to be, you know, experiencing the lighter side of life right now. The joys, okay? Again, it could be talking about, it's this one, okay? These are the same, okay? There's happiness to be had here. There's joy to be had here, okay? This is a good time. You have come, you know, like the wolf spirit, you know, you've turned your knowledge into wisdom. You are at a new point here, okay? Welcome it. Be excited for it. And the Three of Earth was behind this Four of Wands. The Three of Earth, this is talking about building things, collaborating with people, okay? Building, it could be building of all sorts of things. Pentacles, things in your 3D world, tangible things. Maybe things that are maybe it's building new businesses. Maybe it's building just new opportunities, okay? But you have this power to be able to build that, whatever the heck it is that you want. If you already in your head are like, oh, I know what I want to build. Okay, you have the power to build it. And death and transformation. Like, you are transforming here. This month is a month of transformation for you guys. Uncover what it is that is deep down inside of you. Uncover who it is that's deep down inside of you. And transform that. Okay? Transform from the person that you have been into this new kind of enlightened individual, you know? The Hermit again. Oh my goodness. Hello, guys. You need to be taking the time out. You need to be sitting with Spirit. You do. You need to be going to that time out space. You need to clear out all the noise. You need to, which could be very hard right now because I know I'm not the only mom stuck in a house right now with kids that have nowhere to go. Right? But it's so important to take that time. It's so important to just sit with Spirit, whoever that is to you. Sit with your divine, okay? A message for the untethered soul. Spirit, what is the message from the untethered soul for the Taurus? How do you free yourself? In the deepest sense, you free yourself by finding yourself. Boom. Spirit just dropped the mic. Frig. I love when that happens. How do you free yourself? In the deepest sense, you free yourself by finding yourself. That's it. That's all. That literally, I have nothing else to say after that. I should have started with that card. Okay? You free yourself by finding yourself. Take the time to find yourself. All right, until next time, Taurus friends. Bye now.